It's time for the Showtime and Timberwolves Show with your hosts Palladino Joey and the People's Champ Vince Germano.
I wouldn't put anything past us. And, that's the goal, is to get to the finals and win it.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Welcome to the Showtime and Timberwolves Show, or Showtime and T-Wolves Show, whatever you want to say. I'm your host, Palladino Joey, or Joey Awajan, and with me, the People's Champ from Melbourne, Australia, or actually Victoria, Australia, Vince Germano.
I actually thought that was Shaq for a minute there.
Did I do it well?
You did it very well.
Thank you.
I didn't mind that one at all.
Oh, thank you. That was fun. Oh, that was fun. I've been wanting to do that. So, as you can tell, we like to flip-flop who's the host, who's the co-host on this one from time to time. So, you got the Palladino back in the captain's chair for this one. You got the first officer over there. That was my Jean-Luc Picard impression. So, pardon me, but so yes,
that one wasn't as good.
It wasn't the best. No, I have not been catching up in my Star Trek Next Generation. I'll be doing that pretty soon. But well, first things first. It is time for the beer check. What's your frothy today?
My frothy is a bit of James Bogue from. It's a James Bogue Light from Tasmania.
Oh, cool.
For the breweries out there, it is a very nice drop, actually. It's one of my favourite light beers.
James Bogue, right?
Yep.
Very, very cool, very cool. Well, over here in Golden Valley, Minnesota, it's a 8-bit pale ale from Tall Grass. I was going to go with the Buffalo Sweat, but I'm in an 8-bit mood right now. So, classic can. Obviously, for those of you locally here in the Midwest area, if you see a can with Pac-Man licking his chops on it, you have found 8-bit, and you better get it because it's awesome. And Tallgrass has approved a sponsorship with with all three of the shows that go on, especially this one, because this is we specialize in having a frothy on the side.
That's it.
Yeah, so I want to thank Barb and Tom. It's unofficial yet what will be coming my direction, and got to help out Vince over there too, doggone it. Yes. They need to get some beer over there. They need to hurry up and do that. Yeah.
I want some 8-bit over here.
Yes.
I've tried finding it over here. There was a lady who used to run a website called Flinders Portfolio. Mm-hmm. She used to import a lot of beer, but she seemed to have disappeared. So I'm still trying. I'm still trying.
Yeah, it could happen. That would be, oh man, wouldn't that be awesome? Yeah, I think you will like it, and the listeners would definitely like this as well. I mean, I haven't heard a single person tell me, "Oh no, I don't know about that one." So it's a worthwhile investment. Little bit of hops in it, of course. So there you go, hop rocketed, as they say. So there you go. Are we ready to talk Wolves and Lakers?
I was born ready.
Up, yeah. So really, ultimately, been a quiet week for the Lakers. We could start in that direction at this point in time. It was a quiet overall week. You basically played the Spurs twice and just didn't go so well. You used to have the Spurs number in the past. Now it seems like it's the worm has turned, unfortunately.
Yeah, you're right. We did used to just knock them out of the playoffs every now and then, but that was when we were good.
Yes.
And not coached by an absolute peanut. But, we were competitive for a couple of quarters and then remembered the draft pick, so we took the foot off the gas a little bit. And that's all. That's the story of the Lakers, for the last how many ever games there is left. Just think of that draft pick. Let's get a Randall or a Parker or a Wiggins or Dante Exum from Australia. That'd be nice. But Yeah, it's a very quiet week, and at the moment we're getting our pants pulled down by the Wizards.
Yep, that's the current game right now. That's flashing on the old Samsung S4. They're not a sponsor yet or anything, but I'm just saying it's
Look at
flashing
you.
on there.
Look at you.
Yep, look at you. Yep, that's going to be a T-shirt. And I did appreciate when the Lakers did knock off the Spurs because I hate the Spurs more than I ever hated the Lakers. So I did appreciate when the Lakers did have their number in the past. What was I leading towards? Yeah. So you're calling Adam Silver a liar that teams don't tank?
Well, I don't think the players tank.
Yeah. No.
No one can ever convince me players go out there to lose because I just don't think players have that in them. They're too competitive, but I think coaches and GMs do everything they can to make the team lose, with a silly trade here and there, and you know what I mean, a waving of a player here and there. So, yeah, there is some form of tanking going on in the front office.
Yeah, I do agree. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, yeah, certain times you trade away as many starters as you can. I mean, and I actually enjoy seeing young guys play as long as they make the team more interesting than some of those starters. I could name a certain team just about 3-4 miles down the road here, 600 First Avenue. But anyhow, yeah, there's sometimes you need to tank. Sometimes you just have to, I suppose. And obviously, this type of draft, you'd like it. As long as it's not, Mark Madsen style of tanking. That's the worst type you could, that is the worst type I've ever seen.
Okay, well, mate, he was a two-time champion with us.
That's the one thing. But yeah, over here he was trying to be a 3-point champion, yet he's still over X, like whatever number it was, like 19 he was in that game. That was good times. Good times.
End of the day, mate. End of the day, he's still got more championships than Timberwolves.
Damn it! Yeah, 2. Damn it! He's smoking us. He's got us. He's definitely got us whooped in a big way. So that's about the rundown for the Lakers so far, huh? For this week, kind of quiet, nondescript.
Yep. So, well, we could say, one nice positive today is that Steve Nash made a comeback today.
Yeah, I just saw him walking out there.
5 assists in 8 minutes. Hit a nice floater. So let's hope he can stay healthy from here on out.
Yeah, and into next season. I mean, that's a huge thing. Hey, if he can come back healthy next season, at least obviously collect the paycheck as well, which I don't really blame him for, as you guys did state on the wonderful Courtside podcast with Hank McCoy. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that is true. You can't blame him for taking the money. There's no one out there that would knock that back.
No, you just can't in this economy. Oh my! It's like tell that to all the people that hate their job right now. We would kill for it.
Yeah, I could live off 9 million. I think.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
That's a lot of 8-bit.
It's a lot of 8-bit. A lot of ethos. A lot of Buffalo Sweat. Yeah. Might even be able to throw in the vanilla Buffalo Sweat since it's a whole $1 more.
Boy, I got to get my hands on some of those. They sound like vanilla. Sounds nice.
Yeah, it's a vanilla stout. It's a stout with vanilla bean in it, and yeah, I'll be bringing that one on the air at some point. Just tonight, I'm in the 8-bit mood. It's been a hellish week. Hellish week.
Nice. So
one guy that hasn't had a hellish week. And it would be myself and Marcus the Forecaster, at least in terms of, and lots of Timberwolves fans, because, well, at least we saw Gorgie Zhang play, and he was Zhang-tastic.
He was Zhang-tastic. Finally.
Finally.
And you know what? Remember I said last week, if he becomes a center, we all hope he can be.
Yeah.
Peck might be looking over his shoulder saying, when's a trade coming? I mean, if Deng can keep producing this sort of stuff, or you've got to think you've got a nice trade asset there in Peck.
Yeah, I'm telling you, if Gorgie Zhang, the possibility of him being a starting center in this league is not like it's not something that's in the realm of impossibility. I mean, I could see him being a starter in this league. Obviously, the defensive ability, the energy. Well, he made all of his field goal attempts in his first ever start against Dallas. Thought he had 5 blocks. I'm getting mixed up with a different game, but that was an awesome little night for the Wolves too, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh man, I guess the 5 blocks was off the bench the other night, but man, just lots of energy. Gotta love him. Gotta love him.
Well, I think you should have a drink to Gorgie Deng.
Absolutely, I will drink to that.
Just swig a big mouthful for him and raise your can because 21 rebounds.
Well, yeah,
That's just that. You know what? From what I saw, he finishes really well around the basket,
hmm
and he even made a nice pass to Kevin Love, hit him right on the money after
that's
grabbing an offensive rebound. It's just, I actually thought he looked really good out there with Kevin Love.
that's the other thing. The whole chemistry deal. Uh, there's been talk extensively as well. You got Love and Pekovic in the middle at times. Where's the defense? I mean, sure, you got two guys that can post up, bang people around, score inside, but well, that's kind of one and the same, except obviously Kevin Love can stretch the floor. But then you bring in Mr. Rim Protection. Oh, and gosh darn it, he can actually pass too. And we did notice that in his Louisville days. Not that long ago, obviously, just a year ago in the NCAA tournament, there's this tall, skinny guy wearing number 5 who was a heck of a passer, nice little mid-range shot. Oh, and by the way, he could block shots quite a few times, just a couple times. Yeah. By the way, the Wolves did have an impressive little win in Dallas, which was nice, but doesn't really encourage me as Timberwolves making the postseason or anything. Even though that was against a team that they were competing against at one point. I do think that hole is about as deep as the hole in the Metrodome right now. That's a pretty deep hole over there down the street some more. Um, but yes, Wolves going to Houston. I don't know if the Wolves will ever beat Houston again at this rate. But Gorgie Zhang got a 2020. Hey,
Yeah, look, I absolutely love it. And doesn't Flip Saunders look a bit more like a genius now in the GM role when Deng plays like this?
yeah, absolutely. I mean, he got that was one of the biggest things: shot blocking center, shot blocking center, shot blocking center. As I talked about a billion times in the Timberwolves explosion about the last 4 years, a shot blocking center. He took a shot blocking center in his very first draft. And look at him now that he's finally playing. I think he might have held a gun to Edelman's head going into this one. You think
Well,
it's safe to say?
he had to do something.
Yeah.
Would not be surprised if he called Rick in and said, "Come on, let's play some of these young guys, see what they've got."
Yeah, like what are they? Why are they not playing? The sad part is the old seesaw effect is going on because I think I talked about this on the last show too. It's like, okay, now Gorgie's playing, but now Shabazz isn't getting any playing time. And then when Shabazz was getting playing time, Gorgie wasn't getting playing time. And why that is, I have no idea. They play completely different positions. So
Yep.
you got me on that one, Mr. Edelman. You got me.
But also a positive, I think all you T-Wolves fans should look at is Kevin Love has got to look at Gorgie now and go, if this guy can turn into that centre,
Wow.
he's got to be happy. I mean, it's got to be uplifting for him. Anything to try and convince him to stay.
You got to think. I mean, the chemistry, obviously, like you mentioned. I mean, he did get 4 assists against Houston just last night. Officially, his first start ever was against Sacramento, by the way, and that was a 5 block game. He basically made all his shots in that one too, only 7. But yeah, the chemistry between Love and Zhang, you have faith now that
Yep.
you now have faith that there is weak side defense in there. Where in the Love and Pekovic situation, sure, Pekovic can have strong defense, strong side defense, but you need weak side defense as well. And now you have it. Doggone it.
Yeah, well, I couldn't help thinking that Love must be absolutely tickled pink that Dang played so well, and he's been showing his shot blocking prowess and all that good stuff. So
Shot
hopefully,
block.
like I said, for your sake and a lot of other T-Wolves fans out there, hopefully Love does stay because I'd love to see him and Rubio get that chip. But this couldn't hurt seeing Deng do this.
It couldn't. It's the perfect compliment. Yep, like we've been saying. And, well, he's got 3 games in, and he's off to a great start. Hey, why not? The encouragement is definitely moving up, at least at the center position. Now you have a good problem. Now you have a good problem, which I like. It's about time we had a good problem. You know, It's about
Yeah,
time.
I feel your pain. I feel your pain.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Ricky Rubio's had a very strong week as well. Awesome in that Dallas game. Triple double, 15 assists, all over the place. Great game. Not quite as awesome in the Houston game, but hey, I mean, I'll take what he provided in that Dallas game. It was a fun night, even though the Wolves, well, it looked like they were going to lose that game after blowing a 20-point lead. And conveniently when Zhang was sat down, they blew that 20-point lead. But I'm not bitter about that part or anything.
Can you can you just run down Ricky Rubio's triple double? Like, give the listeners the stats, and then I want you to have a nice big old
Oh my!
drink for Ricky Rubio.
This was on Wednesday, of course, the Dallas game. As we dig this up, here we go. 22-point night, 8 of 12 from the floor. Attempted a three, but didn't make it. Uh-oh. 4 steals. He even blocked a shot, the son of a gun. 15 assists, 10 rebounds. Oh, and by the way, he played almost 50 minutes in the game. But Stu Benson, he got the triple-double before overtime. Yes, yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much.
Think you should drink to that.
I will drink to that.
It's just to all the haters out there. Yeah,
Yes.
I hope you enjoyed that triple double.
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
that is going to be happening a lot more regularly. Believe you me.
I totally agree. I think it's coming. I mean, I think there's going to be. I mean, he's already got 3, so that's nothing to sneeze at. He's already got 3. So a lot of those haters out there. Oh well, overtime doesn't count. But overtime didn't happen. Overtime didn't count before he had the triple double. So
And all these guys that crap on that you can't win a championship without a scoring point guard. Well, 2 words for you: Rajon Rondo.
yeah. Oh, I love that guy. Oh, believe it or not, even though he's kind of nuts and the troublemaker, which Rubio is not. Loved Rondo. He was clutch too. That son of a gun was clutch. He would make shots at the right time. They're guys they'll make shots all day, all night. Oh, but when you need the basket, forget about it. And that guy's name is okay. I won't go there. There's about 19 of them that I can mention right off the top of my head right now that have worn Wolves jerseys, but I'll leave that alone. Again, thank you, Ricky and Gorgie. Yes, those guys are. Oh, I love them very much. So, what's this deal with Jeannie Buss? There was a Jeannie Buss interview.
Yeah, she was on the. I think it was the Mike and Mike show. I think.
Mm-hmm.
And they had. I'm pretty sure they had some listeners. You could send in your questions. So one said, "Who is running the Lakers, and who is Jim Buss accountable to, and who does he answer to, and all this sort of stuff?" And Jeannie said, "Well, I'm the boss. I'm the governor of the Lakers. That's how my father set it up. The buck stops with me." And I've got to say, that was music to my ears. Not that I dislike Jim. I've defended Jim numerous times.
Mm-hmm.
The fact is that everything I've heard about Jeannie is that she's very much like the late great Jerry Buss. Jerry West is still going strong. People, don't worry.
Yep, I don't blame you.
So, and you know, she's very much like Dr. Buss was, and I think if push comes to shove, if she thinks Jim is dropping the ball, not doing a great job, I think she would remove Jim. But I think she's honestly giving Jim and Mitch, 3-4 years to get this thing right, get us back to where we belong. So yeah, I'm just to hear that and knowing the one that she's in charge, she's running the show and all that, and not Jim. I'm really happy as a Lakers fan.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. I mean, I didn't like the way Jim handled the whole Phil Jackson situation. And like you said in that tweet a week ago when you were thinking, hey, it's kind of time to move on. We can't just live in the Phil Jackson past. Yet at the same time, the way Jim handled it wasn't a good thing either. It probably could actually scare away some potential great GMs of the future per se, or somebody new that could come that's emerged in a front office, like maybe somebody from the Spurs, somebody from wherever.
Yep.
You could always bring Jerry West back. No, I'm kidding.
Well, Jerry. The thing is,
maybe.
I think Jim's the reason why Jerry left.
Probably. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's why.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Jerry would be a full-time GM right now. I think he's a consultant at Golden State.
Yeah, he just kind of got worn out from the whole thing. You could definitely see it in the Shaq and Kobe era.
Yeah, but hey, he did collect a few more rings, so that was good.
He did indeed. He got rich or richer anyway. The rich get richer. Just a few.
Yep. But yeah, no, look, I'm just wrapped with that. So I've got total faith in Jeannie. Absolutely love her. She's a good sort, Jeannie, too, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, and now it's going to be interesting. Who would have thunk it? You get one in New York, one in LA when it comes to pardon me. I'm like, my voice is all screwed up here. Sorry about that.
You're not drinking enough beer, mate. That's the problem.
At least I killed the cough finally. That took about 7 months. Like, what the heck? There was no cold anymore, but the cough wouldn't go away. But yeah, I mean, you get Phil Jackson in New York, Jeannie Buss in LA, and yet they're engaged. Yeah, that's pretty interesting, I suppose. Just a little bit. It'd be the greatest ever if they went to the finals someday. Even though that might sound very far fetched today, but well, who knows? Things turn around faster than you think sometimes.
You think Phil might just throw us a nice trade our way? Carmelo for Kendall Marshall.
Oh yeah,
something like that.
You never know. I wouldn't be surprised if there was maybe not that one, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Lakers are one of the first teams he called, because it seems like when somebody leaves an organization, they tend to trade with that organization later on for whatever reason. Maybe there's certain players he liked there, or it's a comfort level. Obviously, Kevin McHale couldn't stop trading with the Boston Celtics, and Danny Ainge, his old buddy. There's always a comfort level. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I dare say he might throw some cash at Pau Gasol.
Ooh, wouldn't that be something? Yeah, why not?
He does love Pau, and Pau loves Phil.
Mm-hmm.
But all those out getting silly tweets and messages from friends going, "Oh, Kirby, you might want to go to the Knicks." I'm like, please.
Probably
Kirby's
not.
got a 2-year deal.
Yeah.
He ain't going anywhere. He's already said he's not going anywhere.
Mm-hmm. That's a pretty big contract to trade, too. That'd be really tough to make, no matter how much the Knicks wanted. I don't know if they'd want to give up like whatever players they have, like they did to get Carmelo Anthony at the beginning. Oof.
Yeah, that's right. They got no chance of making a deal like that.
Yeah, they gave a lot for Carmelo because matching salaries, all that good stuff, and Denver was Denver. They wanted the whole farm, and they got it.
Oh, Denver did so well out of that trade, didn't they?
They really did.
Yep.
They really did. Then they had like such a strange tank in the middle of the year. Now they're beating Indiana, and okay, they're ending the Clippers streak.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I like that. I like that part. I like that part the most. Yeah.
Yeah, Clippers are starting to shoot me now.
Hate them. So if there's nothing more, we maybe could head to break and come back.
Sounds good to me. We'll have to refreshen the old frothy.
Yep, it's time to get the 8-bit in the glass. And it is also time to take our break, and then we'll be right back with the retro players and all the good stuff. We'll be right back after this.
Do you shop on Amazon? Did you know that you could support this podcast just by doing your normal shopping on Amazon? It's really easy to do. Just go to thesportstuff.com and click on one of the many Amazon pictures. Do your normal shopping, and Amazon sees that we referred you, and they give us a percentage. We'd like to thank you in advance for supporting thesportstuff.com, and please use our Amazon link. Now enjoy the rest of the show.
We are going round like Saturn.
Too busy to sit in front of a computer? Simply search for and download Showtime and Timberwolves on iTunes for Apple devices. For Android, find us on the Double Twist app. And for Windows and BlackBerry, search for us in the store icon. And now, back to Palladino Joey and Vince Germano. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Showtime and T-Wolves. Follow us on Twitter at Showtime T-Wolves and at Vinrock44. Don't forget to call into our phone lines at 209-736-7877. That's 209-736-7877. Now back to Palladino and Vinrock. Hey, welcome back to the Showtime and T-Wolves show. It's time for the Retro Player. So, would you like to go first? You're with your Retro Laker?
I would love to go first. My Retro Laker is, and I really hope I haven't done this before, but if I have, too bad, he's worth 2 times, is Eddie Jones.
Ooh, I like it.
We drafted Eddie when we just come off those couple of lean years. We got Eddie, and he brought excitement and a lot of nice dunks back to LA. And I remember one dunk when I was a kid here watching Lakers play the Sixers, and he dunked on Sean Bradley, something vicious. And Eddie was just really, really good as a 2-guard. He could play a bit of the 3. He spent about 4 or 5 years at LA and averaged 14, 12, 17, 16, around those kind of numbers. Probably at his best years at Miami, but we won't worry about that. He was always a Laker for me.
Mm-hmm.
Just teamed up really well with Nick Van Exel and later on when Shaq came along as well. So he just came along at the right time for us when we just needed that excitement brought back to the LA and helped us get back to the playoffs and winning 50 games under Del Harris. Eddie Jones.
Yeah, that was a. Mm-hmm, sorry, yep.
I'm drinking. I've got a drink to Eddie.
Mm-hmm, yep. I'll join you. You know it. Yeah, I mean, he was really good, and that was kind of the nice little resurgence time before it was time to retool for the next dynasty. Kept the Lakers very competitive.
He did. He was just so good. He could guard the really best 2 guards in the league, and even swing over to the 3 spot and guard the 3 guys. So,
oh yeah, one of the best defenders in the league, and boy, we were dying to have him here. I know that much. We never had a shooting guard.
Yeah, I don't blame you, but the only knock I had on Eddie was just the big games. He would disappear.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't have that mongrel mentality.
Yeah, he wasn't too clutch, huh?
No, he wasn't. But I can forgive him for that. He brought a lot of enjoyment.
Yeah, he was fun. He was fun in the right time. So, time for the Retro T-Wolf. Well, I'm going to go with the guy who, I guess the theme right now, we'll go with shot blocking, since Gorgie Zheng is kind of special with a little rim protection. A guy who unfortunately is no longer with us, but was a heck of a shot blocker when he was on the Timberwolves, and pay my respects to him in a moment too. Eddie Griffin.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he was here for a short time, and he blocked shots. I mean, he was a nice rim protector. He had a nice outside shot. His first year here, when the Wolves were able to snag him, well, not really snag him, but snag him off the waiver wire at age 22. I was thinking in a couple of years, this guy's going to be the second best player on the Wolves behind Garnett. I mean, I was that high on him. I was just blown away at how overall talented he was. He could block shots, rebound, hit three-pointers, Just a very valuable guy, especially at a time when the Wolves were, the disappointment was really setting in after a strong top seed season and then come back and just suck. That was so disappointing that next year. But Eddie Griffin gave me a little bit of hope. He blocked almost two shots a game for about a 2-year span. Then he just got flat weird and kind of was out of it, into alcohol and all that. He kind of had gone back into his alcohol problem that was kind of giving him issues and why he left the Houston Rockets. And unfortunately, he ended up dying in a accident where a train hit him. He just was not paying attention, basically, or I don't know. Actually, it was a suicide. Actually, is what it really was. He just lost his will to live, or what? Just very, very sad story indeed. Not sure exactly what went wrong with the guy, but man, I'll pay respects to him right now. I'll give him a brief moment of silence. But yeah, heck of a shot blocker when he was here, and wish really, really, really wish he didn't see that sad end.
Yeah, we took me and a few mates took a bit of interest in Eddie Griffin when all the way here in Australia. Just we really liked him, but he obviously had some issues going on
Mm-hmm.
that he unfortunately couldn't get on top of. Which, yeah, when we heard he had that accident with the train, it was just shocking. It's a shame he couldn't get on top of his demons.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. It seemed like they were kind of following him from his Houston days on to Minnesota, probably before that, I'm guessing. But then again, I mean, I don't know enough to be able to truly say. But I'm just guessing that. Man, a guy with a lot of talent, but just unfortunately, just yeah, as you said, the demons caught up to him.
Yep.
Quite a shame. So, yeah, I mean, lots of promise. I mean, so I figured, have come out with. I mean, sorry to bring you down and the listeners down, but at the same time, I wanted to mention a guy with a nice talent that I really like to see in there as much as possible and block shots, and that's who I came up with. So again, apologize if I'm bringing people down a little bit.
Oh, look, it was a good pick, and it's nice to pay a bit of respect to a young guy who was a very good basketball player, but sadly left a bit too early.
Absolutely, only 24.
Yep, crazy.
Very, very, very crazy. So yes, now we move to a lighter note, and at the same time, and more of an angry note too. We go from we go from praising a guy to our bar fight award. Who's your bar fight this week?
Well, I was listening to another podcast during the week, and one of the hosts on that show absolutely gave it to the Lakers organization for shutting down Steve Nash just so they could get a look at Marshall and Bazemore and Brooks and all the other young guys we've got. He absolutely lambasted them. He said they should be ashamed of themselves. We're a disgrace. Well, I have to say you are an absolute peanut because everybody knows that the Lakers respect Steve Nash, have treated him very well since he's got to the Lakers. Even they were his words, Nash's words, and clearly everybody knows the team comes before the individual. That just goes without saying.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that. You have to do what's best for the franchise. And what's best for the franchise right now is take a look at the young guys we've got. We need to make a decision on Kendall Marshall at the end of the year. We need to make a decision on Kent Bazemore, on Brooks. We're not going to get to that decision by playing Steve Nash 35 minutes a game and having Marshall sit his ass down on the bench. It's just not the way you do business.
Yeah, I mean, you want to see what you got. I mean, if he's the kind of player you can keep for the next 5+ years, it's better to know. I mean, it's better to know that this guy is valuable. So can't disagree with a single thing there. Obviously, a guy like Steve Nash, who's at the end of the career, you kind of know what he's going to do, at this point.
Exactly
good or
right.
bad. Yeah, like good or bad. And, of course, well, I mean, it's the mathematics don't look so good for the playoffs. So, I mean, it's like, whoa, we got a little fight starting here in the background. Speaking of Steve Nash and Jordan Hill, what the heck? No, not them fighting, but ganging up a little bit. Looks like it started with Young over there, Nick Young. But sorry about that distraction. Yeah, I mean, you want to know you want to know what you have with the young guys. You can't just play the old guy in this type of situation. It doesn't make any sense. So, yeah. With that, the bar fight for me, I was going to give it to Chase Budinger with how just a little bit true trigger happy over there. Sure, you're playing against the Rockets, but well, yeah, great performance. 5 of 14, almost 27. Oh, yeah, almost 28 minutes. Just 1 of 5 from 3. The guy can't hit a 3 for his life anymore. Maybe next year type of thing, but I'm getting tired of maybe next year just a little bit. He got outplayed by Luke Richard Mamute on the offensive side of the ball, not the defensive side. I'm sure Luke Richard outplayed him defensively as well, so that's quite embarrassing. But there's another guy that played even more poorly. Gosh, I didn't want to mention Kevin Martin. He didn't play well against his former team either, but I'll leave him alone. He had an okay week. Corey Brewer, way to show up there. Way to show up. Nice game. Wow. I mean, 17 minutes, almost 18 minutes. He didn't get in foul trouble or anything. He was just out there, and he attempted 3 shots and turned the ball over once. And, he did get a steal, though. And that's it. Good job. Good job. Time to smash the bottle over thy head.
Oh boy, Joey, you. I thought he might have had some credits in the bank.
Yeah, he does.
Mr.
I'm sorry.
Mr. Brew Crew.
I like him, and yeah, I mean, I know, but I have to rip
Oh,
him.
yeah, it sounds like it.
I like him. Huh? It doesn't sound like it?
Sounds like you do, yeah.
No, I mean, still, that game. I mean, yeah, that's the thing about Brewer. And I understand. Okay, I'm going to probably give it to Chase Bunniger, but it's like Brewers. Listen to me. I can't decide.
Don't let me change your tune. Flip flop. Just stick to your guns, mate. That's all right.
Yeah, look at me. It's like, I know it's tough because both of them kind of pissed me off in this game. To be honest with you, I don't know. The Wolves just suck against Houston. To be honest, thank God for Gorgie Zhang. So yeah, no bar fight on Gorgie here. No bar fight on him. No, and I love Corey Brewer, but he turns in games like this sometimes where there's just nothing. He looks like the Corey Brewer that we traded for basically nothing with the that's right, Anthony Randolph for the Knicks. That was yeah, okay. Nothing
Randolph.
from nothing means nothing.
Oh boy, Randolph.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. So,
Hey, if you don't want Brew Crew, mate, we'll have him.
Oh no. Well, then again,
okay.
no. You're trying to bring in the next Michael Cooper now, are you?
Oh yeah, the word love. I heard actually interesting you bring him up. He was on the Max and Marcellus show today, but Marcellus wasn't there. But yeah, he was really good. You should download the podcast.
Yeah, Max and Marcel, excuse me.
Marcellus Wallace? Marcellus Wiley. Yeah, it's a really good show. I love it. One's a Lakers, one's a Clippers fan. But yeah, Cooper's on there. He was awesome. Check it out.
Cool. Yeah, one of the great defenders of all time, by the way, too. So, yeah, very, very cool. Very cool. And I do think Brewer would be incredible on the Lakers. Just I thought I'd throw that out. But I hope we can keep him. I hope so. Just he's gonna stop with these zeros over here. Look at him. Yeah, he's got a couple like that.
He's got like a 4-year deal, doesn't he?
Yeah. It's actually a 3-year, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yeah, 3-year deal. So, but I mean, yeah, I'll keep him. I just hope he doesn't have too many of these. But I suppose this is one of those nights where nothing was going right, other than Gorgie. He gets the award for Timberwolf of the Week. I'll just throw that in out there.
Nice. I'll allow it.
Mm-hmm. That was a very basic sounding award. Timberwolf of the Week. Creativity is a norm here. Mm-hmm.
Mate, it's a no frills podcast. We drink beer. We can do whatever the hell we want.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got a sponsor. We can do whatever the hell we want.
Yeah, we got a sponsor. Damn it, you got Tall Grass over here. Manhattan, Kansas, by the way, is where they're from. Yes. So Hank McCoy got jealous over here. He said, "Hey, don't forget about me. You got to be mentioning. You gotta let me on the show a little bit here." He says, "Hey guys, just downloaded the latest show." Now this is on the Facebook page. You heard it in the jingle.
And how can you find that Facebook page, Mr. Awajan?
Well, it's facebook.com/Showtime and T-Wolves.
Nice.
Yep, in the jingle. Yep. I made sure that was in the jingle too. But just in case you guys were sleeping during that, or you just fast forward button, there it is. So he says, "Joey, you are such a Garnett hater. Boo!" Well, when you're a season ticket holder for about 4 years, and you see certain things that, well, you just certain things wear on you when it's like game in, game out. You see the same repetitive stuff. Oh, it wore on me.
Well, that's it. I mean, we only watch Kevin Garnett all the way from Australia, so
yeah.
You're sitting courtside.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh no, I wasn't.
Tell us. Tell us. Well, to us, that's courtside. If you're a season ticket holder, you're sitting courtside here at our league.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
But, all right, you've got a few rows back?
Well, lower upper deck, but
That's all right.
very, very good view, though, where I could see plays develop. Let's just say it was a nice angle, but, man,
okay.
Son of a gun.
Oh, you're qualified, mate. So if you want to hate him, go right ahead.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Like I keep teasing towards making a Timberwolves explosion episode about it.
You've got to. You keep. You know what? You should get Hank on for that one, so he can just
Ooh, you
you
can
can have a
drill
nice
into me. Hmm.
have a nice blue over it.
Yeah, because the thing is, it's not necessarily even the hatred. It's just certain things wore on me. Let's just say, they wore on me.
Yeah, well,
Some guys
Hank
are all
wears
about
on.
the camera. Hmm.
Hank wears on me when we record, so I'll hear him.
Whoa. Hmm. Oh, zing!
No, he's a good bloke.
What?
He's a good bloke
Yeah, definitely. I love Hank. Love Hank.
for a blue guy. Anyway,
He's got that blue mask. Yep.
he's got a skin condition.
Mm-hmm.
It's all crusty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you look at his Facebook page. He's got that blue skin.
That's it. Trust me. Go to his Facebook page.
Hank
It's really
McCoy. Mm-hmm. So Hank continues, by the way. Now he's addressing the Vinrock. He's saying, Vince, Kobe will sink the Lakers with his contract until he retires. Uh-oh.
I honestly, I am sick of people saying that absolute crap. How about people think before they make a comment like that? And I'm not directing that at Hank, but really, I mean, we're not going after anyone at the end of this season. We don't want Carmelo.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to get LeBron. We're just going to get a good draft pick. Then after next season, that's when we're going to hit players. We're going to hit the Kevin Loves and Kevin Durant's and whoever else is available. We may not get them, but we're sure as hell going to throw as much money as we can at them. And then Kobe's probably re-signed for another 2 years after that anyway, at a cheaper rate. So just get over it. We know what we're doing. Well, Jeannie knows what she's doing. So shut up.
Oh, I love that. Shut up. No, I remember when you say that on courtside, but oh man.
I think we've won bloody 16 championships. I think we know how to build a roster.
Mm-hmm. just a little bit, yeah. You got Memphis Grizzlies are just like the Wolves right now, except pretty much.
Oh, I tell you, I watched that game today.
Now he's gonna.
I sat down on the couch and the Grizzlies just coughed it up. So worry about your own team, McCoy.
Yeah, they were beating the Heat, weren't they? Was it the Heat? Yeah, it was.
They were. Heat. They coughed it up, mate. Absolutely coughed it up.
And then but then again, look at the Wolves coughing up everything. Yet they finished that game. That Dallas game, I'm telling you, that was pretty cool. Actually, the way they survived that, very incredible. Mm-hmm.
Two of my favorite power forwards of all time going at it that game.
Love Dirk. Yep, sorry.
Dirk Nowitzki. Mm-hmm. Kevin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Look at me jumping on your touchdown call. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Sure.
You're allowed. I'll allow it.
All right. So yeah, side note from Hank McCoy, drinking cider. How about having something that will put some hairs on your chest once in a while? Oh.
I know what he's doing, the old McCoy. And let me tell you, McCoy, I've got more hair on my chest and back than you have in the top of your head, my friend. So, zing. Seen his hair? It's thinning at an alarming rate.
Oh my!
It's got a nice widow's peak happening.
He must be saying you should be drinking an IPA instead. Yes. No, those will put hair on your chest. Yes, as like those silly sayings go. Pale ale. Yeah, so you got the pale ale from 8-Bit, but then you got Ethos IPA. That's a little bit meaner.
Nice.
A little bit meaner.
See, I've got to say, all my Australian friends who have been to the States say your beer sucks. Not tall grass, of course, but your Budweiser and stuff like that. Said it's a bit watery. Your main stuff like Budweiser and Miller's.
Oh my God, they're terrible. That's the thing. See, people. Yeah, see, like it's sad that people actually look at that as their main beer. I mean, obviously. Unfortunately, sales-wise, it is. It's just the sad part is I don't know what's wrong with people. If they tried tall grass and obviously like craft beer, I mean they would throw that other stuff in the garbage because there's no flavor in it. You got to have craft beer.
Well, here it's like Budweiser, Miller, and Coors are your three main beers. Yeah,
that's the sad part. When people import beers to other countries, like say we get some from other people, we get their version of it. Budweiser, we don't get their super high end stuff, and then you try the super high end stuff, and you're like, okay, you know.
Yeah, because
Big difference.
Budweiser actually, I've been told that the stuff they send over here is brewed differently to what you guys get.
That's weird, and I have heard stories about that as well with say Euro stuff, you know, there versus here. You know, when it gets imported, it's actually a little
Yeah.
different, I guess.
Which is what I hate, because if I want to try
Yeah,
Budweiser, I want to try what you guys are having so I can rate it.
yeah, really.
You know,
Which
so
is a 3 out of 10. No, no, it really out of the macros, I think Bud's better than Miller and Coors. Those are just, oh. But obviously, Tallgrass destroys anything from
oh,
Tallgrass destroys Budweiser.
by a country mile.
Hmm. Literally, yeah. We're talking Mark McGuire versus my fiance, you know, in a home run derby. So that's what we're talking. Hmm.
Uh,
Oh, now that I'm finished with that goofy anecdote, if there's anything left, yep. Anything left?
yeah.
Any shout outs?
I want to give Hank McCoy a shout out and the Courtside podcast, which I am a part of, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to hear more of that Blue Peanut, just check him out on there with me. And check out Joey's other show, Timberwolves Explosion,
Yes.
and his Minnesota Vikings podcast, Purple Mafia, and he's got another one. He's just a podcasting whore.
Uh-huh.
He also hosts a hockey podcast, Minnesota Brave the Wild.
Brave the Wild. Yep.
What's your team there? Minnesota Wild.
Yeah. Yep. Minnesota
Who I've
Wild.
adopted as my hockey team.
Thank you.
Because I don't know anyone else, so I'll stick with you, mate. We can just let's go after that Stanley Cup.
Yes. It's about time too. The North Stars never got it in 30 years. It's time for the Wild to get one soon. Soon. I mean, they better. The window's still wide open, but they better hurry up because those windows close faster than we think sometimes. So hoping for the best there. Made some big old signings over the past couple of years, and now the young guys are getting better. Yeah, heck yeah. Oh boy.
We cover everything here at Showtime and T-Wolves, don't we?
Yes,
Beer,
we do.
podcasting, more beer, and different sports.
Absolutely. And of course on the sportstuff.com. Yep, that's where they all are. Like this show, the sportstuff.com, which I rudely didn't even mention at the beginning, but the sportstuff.com is obviously the flagship website for Showtime and T-Wolves. Absolutely. One final note I'm going to leave things with. This is, when you mentioned all those different shows that I've done, all the different podcasts I've done and all that stuff. No, I'm not announcing my retirement, but this is episode, if you want to combine all the shows I've ever done together, this is number 399. Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. So tomorrow night, Timberwolves Explosion will be the big 400.
That is, I thought it was going to be like 1,000 or something, but that's still impressive. 400.
Yeah, it should be 1,000, damn it. But no, that's a lot. Yeah, whew, yeah, that's one of those like 10-year type things if it happened. But I think
told
it
you
will.
you're a podcasting whore.
Mm-hmm. I think it will be 1,000 if I'm consistent and hang around. So, and I'd like to hang around. So,
Why not? Well, you piss off a lot of people on Twitter, so you should hang around.
I do. Locally, I'm not too popular in Timberwolves land. In Timberwolves land. Viking land, I'm kind of,
I love it. I'm at work and I get a text from Joey going, "Yep, well, I've pissed off another person on Twitter."
Yeah, they hate me. Timberwolves fans are locally. I need a little bit of. Locally, I need a little. I need to drink to that pretty much. It's rough.
Don't worry, mate. You've got fans in Australia who
Thank
support
God.
you.
Yeah, thank you so very much. Thank you. All of you that do listen, and of course, Mr. Vince Germano, appreciate you so very much.
I'm a good bloke.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a good bloke.
You are. You are indeed. And who? Huh?
I'm a better bloke than Hank. Put it that way.
Oh, zing! Now I got copyright infringement all over this show.
Checks in the mail.
Mm-hmm. But with that, just again, want to thank all of you that do listen. I appreciate you all oh so very much. But also, don't be afraid to tell a friend if you could. Do rate us on iTunes as well. We'd appreciate it oh so very much, and we will give you a shout out on the air and a big fat thank you. And, well, someday if we ever get t-shirts, we'll send one to you. But until then, it's been emotional.
Go Lakers.
Go Timberwolves.
Go draft picks.
Go draft picks.